What's up, all you dark customers? This is Dark Merchant again, and welcome to the dark market. Alright, so I'm going to try something new, because I've been watching Thew Adams, I've been watching Vangelis, Baltmatrix, stuff like that. So, alright, I'm going to continue with the movie reviews, and I've also got something else I'm going to be doing. Now this, I don't know if you can see it properly. Shitty lighting is shitty. This is the original Gojira out there. I can see it. In a nice box. Very nice. And in it is the original 1984 release of Gojira, and I believe it's both subtitled and dubbed. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've seen it. And it's also got the 1986 chop job of Godzilla King of the Monsters, where they took the original movie, they completely mangled it, used it for American audiences, put in some alternate scenes with Raymond Burr as the hero. And I say that like loosely because he returned in one other Godzilla movie, and it was fucking horrible. But yeah, as you can see here, which it won't focus because it's shiny as shit. It keeps reflecting all sorts of nonsense. This seal is the Master Collection. That's what it says right there. The Toho Master Collection. And it's a very, very beautiful box. It's got the original movie trailers in it. Now, upon opening it, you get the original Japanese version, as it says here, the original Japanese masterpiece. It's in white. Okay. The booklet, which has, I don't remember what it has in it. Because again, oh yeah, stuff like stories and the impact that Godzilla has actually left on the world, film world, everything. By the way, did you know that he's actually an actual citizen of Japan now? What else amazing shit is he? Not only is he an official citizen, uh, according to his official citizenship, he's in the Shinjuku district, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. He is one of the only fictional characters to receive his own award. He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is a rumor. I'm not entirely sure if this is true, so take this with a grain of salt. I believe he is a Japanese ambassador. Again, I don't know if this is entirely true. You might want to take it with a grain of salt. And he's impacted several generations to the point where if you mention his name, almost everyone, doesn't matter what their likes are, dislikes, whatever, almost everyone has heard of Godzilla. And over here, on this side, being hidden by the pamphlet, is the complete mangled chop job that is Godzilla King of the Monsters, starring Raymond Burr. And yeah. Oh man. Got some nonsense all over the inside. Some dirt and just sitting on the shelf. Or crap that's occurred from moving 3 years ago. I only just now was able to put it up on the shelf a few months ago, and I might be losing that shelf. It's a distinct possibility. I also might be losing this room, but you know, we deal with what we can. So yeah, amazing movie. The apparently found this out a little later. Apparently, Godzilla, or excuse me, Gojira, was supposedly supposed to be a one-off, just a one-shot. Supposed to just make the one giant monster movie because it was supposed to. It did carry the the fears of people in 1984. I mean, that was like World War II. The Hiroshima and Nagasaki had just happened, and people were scared. People were frightened. People needed something to put their fears into. People needed something to justify those paranoia, rampant fears that everyone had. They were all twitchy, and no one knew what was up. I mean, yeah, it was caused by Hiroshima and Nagasaki, by the World War, but then there and afterwards, people needed something solid to grasp onto, and lo and behold, this was made. So, this was supposed to be a one-off about the nuclear atomic bombs uh, waking up this monster and having it terrify the city. Yeah, that really didn't happen. And instead of just the one-off happening in 1964, 54, excuse me, 1954, November, I believe, and having it be Japan exclusive, lo and behold, it is a cultural impact the likes of which no other character has ever seen in the history of time. Well, maybe Doctor Who, maybe, but yeah, official citizen of Japan has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. One of the only fictional characters to ever accept their award in person. Uh, might be an ambassador after 64 years. Um, Merchandising, video games, books, toys, etc., etc., etc. And not only that, the Americans, us, have also made some Godzilla films of their own. So there's that. And there's a new Godzilla movie. It is an anime movie, and it will be coming out either later this year or early next year. So that should tell you something. Yeah, and I believe I didn't actually see it on here. I thought it was, but it actually isn't. I thought it was a part of the Criterion collection, but I was sadly mistaken. The other thing I want to do on this channel, uh, now I only have 2 examples of this. Used to have more, but that ended up in a storage that is no longer accessible to me, and it's probably more than likely gone now. But yes, Transformers, for the most part, collectibles. I'm gonna try and get authentic stuff, all kinds, knockoffs. If I can find knockoffs, and just talk about how terribly shitty they are. Godzilla collectibles, figurines, etc., etc., etc. I'm gonna try and get a hold of them. Now this, as you can see right there, by that sticker, it is a Toys R Us exclusive. That's right, folks. I got this at Toys R Us a few years ago, before it went out of business. Well, at least here in America. It apparently survived the bankruptcy in Canada and is now a Canadian-only name. So, if you want to go to Toys R Us, go to the Great White North. And it is celebrating the, hold on, let's get it a good light, celebrating the 25th anniversary. Yeah, Transformers Universe, Perceptor, and it is the G1 Generation 1 mold of Perceptor. I believe it's held on here by Velcro. Oh. Oopsie. Open that way, opens this way. Voila. There he is. All of his glory. Now, I have taken him out of the box a few times, transformed him into his robot mode and his secret tank mode that has never been used in any of the cartoons. But for the most part, he'll always remain in here in the box. Now, you see there, his 3 missiles, his gun, and what was that? Oh, his non-firing gun. Those have never, ever been taken out. I'll tell you that right now. Taken him out, transformed him through his modes a few times. But in the box he remains. Now, there's his tech spec right up here. Yeah. If you can read that, go ahead, pause it. And let's see. G1 series, authentic G1 style, microscope mode, not a working microscope, of course not. And let's see. It says here, one's ultimate truth lies in one's molecular structure. That's a quote from Perceptor. Unquenchable thirst for knowledge seeks it to exclusion of all else. Main role is to study the best way the Autobots can adapt to Earth. Extremely smart, scientific specialties are metallurgy, molecular chemistry, electrical engineering, microscope, capable of powerful magnification. Lens barrel converts into powerful light cannon. Ow. Is that solar beam? Perceptor use solar beam. It's super effective. Carries concussion rifle in robot mode. Oh yeah, that's probably the non-firing. Absent-minded. Lenses are his weakest part. Yep. And then you got the whole thing on the back. Let me see if I can get that to pause that. I want to read it. And like I said, I have one more example of this. There's an older one from a shop that was closed down for quite a few many years. And yeah, I'm gonna have to save that one for later because it's a very special one. But if you want me to continue with both of these, one or the other, leave a comment down in the comments below, please. If you know of any giant monster movies, let me know. If you know of any of the collectibles of the vintage or the new ones, let me know. Or any knockoffs. Or if you want, you can contact me privately, and not saying you have to, but if you want to, if you have them, if you have a spare, whatever, send it to me. Not saying you have to, not begging you, nothing like that. Don't want anything like that. Don't want begging, don't want to be a mooch, nothing like that. You just so happen to want to give me one, there you go. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys later. Dark Merchant out.